Hello, my name is Dr. Michelle Maidenberg. Today I'm going to be talking about the upcoming holidays and the impact that it has on us. So we're all practicing social and physical distancing, and it's really had an impact, obviously, on our human interaction and connection. But what I want to say is that there's room for us to hold all the feelings that are getting evoked, especially during this time, holiday time, which is significant to many of us. So there may be feelings, for example, of wanting to celebrate and wanting it to be joyful. There may be other people who are in situations, unfortunately, where they have experienced loss and they're grieving. And other thoughts that may come up is, how could we be joyous if there are so many people out there suffering? Do we have a right, to be joyful, during this holiday time? Not to mention that this holiday is going to probably be spent celebrating differently than we probably have in the past. So where we would be out and about, celebrating with family or friends, and now we're sequestered, obviously, into our own homes. And some people are, celebrating by Zoom and still obviously having family celebrations, but there's still loss connected to it because we're not necessarily celebrating the way we used to celebrating and the way we necessarily want to be celebrating. So what I'm suggesting is, how could we both be joyful and be sitting with the feelings of the upcoming holidays, and then also maybe sitting with other feelings which might be, more negative, like, gosh, how could I be celebrating at a time like this? Or it's not the way I want it to be, or I'm used to. Or, how do I have a right celebrating when there are so many people out there suffering? So there is space for all of that, and, holding that and really being with all of those feelings all at once. And everybody has a right to feel the way they do. And we don't have to make excuses for it. We don't have to dismiss it or disregard it. We could just kind of be in the moment with them when they show up. So I wanted to do a guided meditation that, kind of brings us into the holiday. And we're going to really welcome all the feelings that come. So if you could sit up straight and close your eyes. And we want to really welcome every feeling to the table. So I want you to imagine this big, huge table. It could be made out of any material that you want it to be made out of. It could be made out of wood or stone, anything that feels comforting or comfortable to you. It could even be the materials that you have in your dining room or your home. And I want you to think about and imagine that you're welcoming, like I said, every feeling to the table, whether it be joyfulness or sadness, pleasant experiences, or discomfort. And as you're sitting by the table, you could be, imagine kind of who's sitting around the table. And you have full leverage to invite whoever you want at the table. It could be people who are near and dear to you. It could be people who are no longer here in your life because of loss or, being in and out of your life for whatever reason. It could be those you love, those that you think about, those that you feel fondness toward. It could be family, it could be friends. It could be friends or family from today or the past. It could be a neighbor or a stranger. Anybody, and imagine who would be around that table, ideally for you. And imagine that table full of food that's very plentiful. And it's filled with foods that, really provide you with comfort. And whatever that food may be, it could have a very joyful memory attached to it. It could be something that's nostalgic for you. It could be a food that you really enjoy or really, love eating. And I want you to really tap into the gratitude, really feel the gratitude in the moment and take it all in, like actually observe, sit back and actually just observe who's at the table and all of the food that's at the table and everybody interacting and the connection that's forged around the table. And as you're sitting and observing that, I want you to cup your hands. And I want you to squeeze it and hold it as if you're holding gratitude in your hands, right? So you're taking your hands and you're squeezing them. And gratitude is in there, almost as if you're holding or hugging or connecting with that gratitude. And try, if you can, to feel a place in your heart and your body where you could really feel that on a very visceral and significant level. And just feel that. Take that moment. Let it just center you in your body and focus on it. And pay attention to your breath as you're taking in all those feelings and feeling that comfort. And notice if there's any specific feelings that get evoked as you're doing this. And take in the gratitude that you have for yourself, for your coping, for allowing yourself to feel the array of feelings. And have gratitude for all those that showed up at your table and all of the food that you have there that makes you feel comforted. And repeat, I'm grateful for it all. I'm deserving of it all. And I embrace it all. And when I count to 3, and when you're ready, you could open your eyes. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you very much. Wishing you and your families, if you're celebrating, have a happy holiday. And again, please stay safe and healthy.